Hello, we're on part three. It's a lot of information, so I'm gonna read off as fast and as competent as I can. Uh, so they're all walking back, trying to figure out why the president stopped the proceedings. Basically, telling him the secretaries and advisors telling him, he has to verify him. From impeachment to opposition, have alternative motives, inactive government, etc. He's saying that he's opposing that the opposition wanted to verify him anyway, so that's exactly what he's doing. So that's how you're going to spin it. Cha Young in private explains that it will hurt his chances of election. He explains to him basically is that he's not the candidate that he wants him to be, and that's the first time he admits that he wants a job. Cha Young explains to President Park's former secretary Jun So Young that he's not desperate enough after she says that he's just not used to politics. He yells at her about how the last president fought so hard and didn't really get anywhere, and now he's going down as a pathetic president, even though he was the kindest man that he ever met. He breaks down a little bit, crying, saying that that's why he failed. Hana, we get back to Hana, who says that she needs to check on her friend, figure out what's happening to him. Basically, her friend, the computer guy, basically tells him that everything that they've been doing has basically been falling into a trap, and she needs to think harder about how she can get get through this, and also how to get the information to the right people. Basically, they don't know. Once, as she said before, she doesn't actually know who she can trust. So even telling the opposition may not get anywhere because they might be inclusive. And this episode, you start to figure out how big the conspiracy is. And Hana's boss fills the suits. The basically informs the president about what happened. And he tells him that he wants people to go directly to him, and he wants to personally talk to Hana about what happened. He understands, and he says okay. There's a lot of information. Basically, the Hana's boss goes to the same. What they do find is that when they print it out, they find that the same guy that she saw previously, who assassinated Myung, is actually the same guy that tried to kill her. He has a scar on his ear, and he walks up and he's basically guarding the same place that dude got his assemblyman or rep, whatever you want to say. And it's kind of like, oh shit. So basically, you find out that their boss is in on it, and basically he's telling the tailor, what's going on. And basically, he kind of says to him, I am a VIP. You have to listen to me. I want to talk to Representative, want to talk to VIP. I want to talk to him, and and we have to be on it. The presidents want to know Hana. We have to get in our best men to come and grab her first before anybody else does. He says, okay. He says, and he says, maybe, hold up on that. Just don't have to freak out and stuff. And he just walks away. He goes down to an elevator and basically meets up with Representative O. So there's a lot of people involved. So going forward, anybody who's getting suits from there, you gotta ask yourself what they on. It's a great cover. Everybody who works in politics gets sued. And basically he explains what the guy wants, and he basically says, he's underling. He doesn't need to know me. I'm the person in the shadows, and that's how it's supposed to be. He just needs to do his job. And basically, Mr. Kim, that's the tailor's name, basically says that they need to make the election like make Santa Claus for adults, meaning they need to give out presents. The President Park, as he says, is not registered yet, so we need to give out something for the adults to enjoy. Then it goes back to everybody's work, and then all of a sudden there's scandals erupt everywhere, and it's all from dead people. Who was the old people in the cabinet before him, and it's all corruption. It looks like it's a whistleblower, and so it's from an anonymous source, and it's stamped by the Blue House, so it's all about corruption and stuff like that. And so the anonymous is saying that they all notice like it has nothing to do with it has everybody around the old president, but not the actual president. And then they figure out that then going forward in the news, because it's given out to basically everybody, all the information, is that the anonymous is saying that he has like some special scandal about President Park, and everybody's trying to figure out what's going on with President Park. And he his senior advisor is like, so what's senior cabinet is basically, so what's going on? We're going to release it tomorrow, and everybody's speculating, it could be basically anything. And it kind of ends basically with that. So we will go to episode 9, and we will figure out, it is titled Scandal.